Charming David ever, Mrs. Fairfax.
Pray don't talk to me about the weather, Mr. Worthing. Whenever people talk to me about the weather, I always feel quite certain that they mean something else, and that means else.
I do mean something else.
I thought so, in fact. I am never wrong.
And I would like to be allowed to take advantage of Lady Brutnell's temporary absence.
I will certainly advise you to do so. Mama has a way of coming back suddenly into a room that I have often had to speak to her about.
Miss Fairfax, ever since I met you, I've admired you more than any girl I've ever met since I met you.
Yes, I'm quite aware of that. And often I wish that in public, at any rate, you'd have been more demonstrative. For me, you have always had an irresistible fascination. Even before I met you, I was far from indifferent to you. We live, as I hoped you know, Mr. Worthing, in an age of ideals. The fact is constantly mentioned in the more expensive monthly magazines and has reached the provincial pulpits. I can't someone of the name Ernest. There is something in that inspires absolute confidence. The moment Algernon first mentioned to me that he had a friend called Ernest, I knew I was destined to love him.
You really love me, Gwendolyn?
Passionately.
Darling, you don't know how happy you have made me.
My own Ernest.
But you really don't mean to say that you couldn't love me. My name wasn't Ernest.
But your name is Ernest.
Well, really, Gwendolyn, I must say that I think there are a lot of other much nicer names. I think Jack, for instance, a charming name.
Jack? No. There is very little music in the name Jack. If any at all, indeed, it does not thrill. It produces absolutely no vibrations. I have known several Jacks, and they all, without expectation, were more than usually plain. Besides, Jack is a notorious domestic city for John. She would probably never be allowed to know the interesting pleasure of a single moment's solitude. The only really safe name is Ernest.
Gwendolyn, I must get Christian at once. I mean, we must get married at once. There's no time to be lost.
Married, Mr. Worthing.
Well, surely you know that I love you, and you led me to believe, Miss Fairfax, that you were not absolutely indifferent to me.
I adore you, but you haven't proposed to me yet. Nothing has been said all about anything about marriage. The subject has not even been touched on.
Gwendolyn, will you marry me?
Of course I will, darling. How long have you been about it? I'm afraid you have very little experience in how to propose.
My own one. I never loved anyone in the world but you.
Yes, but men often propose for practice. I know my brother Gerald does. All my girlfriends tell me so. What wonderfully blue eyes you have, Ernest. They are quite blue. How you will always look at me just like that, especially when there are others in the room.